Hi guys, so welcome to this video. Today it's something a little different. What I'm planning to do is show you how to log ideas, because what can happen sometimes is if you're making regular videos, especially on YouTube, it's just getting that block where you don't know what to create next. So there's loads of great ideas out there to make videos about, especially if your channel is specific to a certain topic. So for example, mine is mainly video and photography, channel being called Zulf Photography. It's mainly just my journey, how I'm finding my photography is taking me into videography. So I'm starting to make videos and showing a bit more how-to kind of things, how to take photos, how to set up YouTube, for example, things like that. So as I'm going through the journey, I'm kind of making videos, document it. So I'm hoping that people find that useful. So what I'm starting to do now is, because you get ideas at different points of the day, you want to be able to log them somehow. So I've got a few things here which I use regularly to help me kind of keep ideas in my head. So if I'm running out of ideas, then I can look through the list, for example, and then choose what I want to do. So there's a few options. What I'll show you first is so I've got my tablet. Everybody's got tablets. So memo pad, writing just ideas down and keeping a list of a specific list. So normally if you could do it in Gmail and use like a draft email, maybe you can access that on multiple devices, which is an easy way of doing it, which I find. So whether on my mobile phone, tablet, computer, the list is there. That's one way of doing it, but people are different. So some people like to be visually kind of simulated, as it were, and so they can look at writing and feel like that's fine. Some people like it to be audio. So I've actually got just a normal voice recorder app on my phone. So if I'm ever out and about and I've found that actually there's an idea come to mind, I should do a shoot about how to do a shoot outdoors when it's raining, for example. So I've got my memo pad, a voice recorder. I'll just open it up, record straight into it and call it idea, and just record out 10 seconds recording a video about outdoors, about how to shoot in bad weather, for example. I'll save it. So I've got a big list of audio files. So if I'm ever lost or I haven't got any ideas, I'll look through that or listen to it even and find which one I'm feeling the mood to shoot, or I'm in the right location to shoot. So that's another option. Some people are old school, which is perfectly fine. I still do it, pen and paper. So this is actually a notebook that I made. That photo there is actually my own photo of Birmingham Bull Ring, which was taken ages ago. I've got a special little photography.com, my website sticker, which I've stuck on there, and then just ideas. So kind of just jotting down ideas, drawing things that you think would be helpful, and these are all interchangeable, so you can actually take the book out and just swap the books out. So it's like a little bit of a pad style thing, and that's another one of my photos. You can probably see. Well, this kind of laced. It's an idea book. These foam. Actually, this is actually made out of that foam core that you normally use for if you've ever been in a photography society, which I used to be part of. You actually mount your photos like big size on these foam cores and then mount them, and people used to come from all over the world to judge your photos. That's another idea now. So I could just record that and say, make a video about how to present photos for exhibitions, which I've done. So someone might find that useful. So there's another idea straight away. So I'll jot that down in the book. Some people like to be visual. So your camera, you've got a memory card, you take lots of photos, set up a separate folder in your computer where you put certain photos that you want to do more on. For example, you've done shoots outdoors, you found a certain photo looked really good compared to everybody else's, so you save that in a separate folder, so you can kind of look back at that and say, what did I do differently in this photo? Taking it back old school, so typewriter. So Silver Reed 100, it's just got a different feel to it. So once I've got my idea either on writing, tablet, or an audio file which I've recorded, I'll actually beef it out. So then, for example, if the topic's called shooting outdoors, come onto the typewriter, shooting outdoors, and then start just jotting down what's in my head. So make sure I've got lighting, make sure I'm taking a flash with me, make sure I've got 2 camera bodies, and what the plan for the video is going to be. So straight away I'll put maximum 3 minutes, and then just bullet point some ideas. The reason the typewriter works for me is I find that it's very satisfying just pushing the buttons and actually, so it's just that motion of actually, you know, it sounds a bit dumb, but old school is kind of coming back, as it were. So retro, I mean, I've done a video about old lenses from the 1980s and stuff, so like Russian lenses and things which give you that vintage feel in your photo. There's no reason why you can't use vintage typewriters to give you the simulation, as it were, to kind of get your ideas out there. And the good thing about that versus a tablet or computer is that's very emotionless and there's loads of distractions. So if I'm on the computer, I can easily open up a YouTube and just have music playing in the background. All of a sudden an advert would play and it'd be like, oh, actually that's interesting, and then you start looking at that and you're kind of away from your writing. Whereas typewriter, get rid of everything's on silent, out the way. I'm just jotting down. So I've got 20 minutes, I need to come up with a video. I'll jot down all the ideas and then look at the paper and then use that while I'm shooting. Because the worst thing is when you're shooting and you come to a mental block, you're like, oh, what do I do now? Even though you've planned it and you know what you're going to do, it's like, oh, what happened there? So you've got a few notes you can just look through. You'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I need to do this. So you walk through that and it just looks more interesting. So if I show you, see that just, it looks, I don't know if you can, if it's too bright or not, but you can probably make out. But it just looks more kind of interesting either way. So you can use that and say, okay, I'm going to go to the shoot and I've got these two things, which makes a lot of my videos. If you've noticed any of my videos, I'm very short and concise. I go straight to the point. I don't want to waste the viewer's time with just waffle. So where possible, I'll try and make my video as quick as possible, covering the point that I made in my title, which people can look at. It might only be a minute or 2 minutes, but it'll actually give them what they want. And then that's kind of just making sure that what I'm saying or what I'm sharing is valuable, as it were. So that's another idea. So I've covered a few points there now. Video, you can use, well, not video, but visual photos in specific folders. Mobile phones for voice notes. They used to do that in the old school. I mean, reporters used to have the little recording devices, just record their notes in, but this is more, well, newer, isn't it? But you can still do the same kind of concept. Recording the voice, writing, and then once you've got that and you've got your idea, oh, I want to make a video about this today, pull the typewriter out, start jotting down ideas, and make sure you cover a few bullet points. Put things like what you're going to shoot with, what you're going to shoot on, what camera, how long you want the video to be, types of b-roll shots you want in there, where do you want to shoot it, indoors, outdoors, and then a few bullet points to say I need to cover this, 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 and this. So then if you're looking at it and you're, like for example I've done now, if you're looking at it and you're lost, you look down, oh okay, yeah, I need to cover that point. And then that's another way of just keeping your creativity going.